As I stated in our welcome video, I'm going to give you some more specifics about our assessment and instruction project. Now, once again, this is an overview, a little more in depth than I did in the welcome video. But as we continue on with this project, I will give you more and more information. I just don't want to throw everything out at you and have you overwhelmed. So just take it one step at a time. All right, so at the top it says Education 638, 639 project. This is actually, even if you are not in 639, everybody does this project. The only difference between 638 or 639 students and those not in 639, as I stated in the welcome video, live text and recording 15 hours is the assignment for 639. If you are not in 639, you do not have to record your hours. You're still going to do the assignment, you just do not record your hours. All right, so let me give you the overview of what this assessment project is. You're going to be learning how to administer the analytical reading inventory. Remember that this is the only inventory that you will be using in this course. You're going to learn how to analyze the data that you get from the analytical reading inventory. And you're going to, after analyzing your data, you're going to find a reading skill focus that student needs to work on. You will be giving that student 6 lessons, tutoring lessons, and administering a post-test or a pre-test post-test to see if if the student has grown in that particular reading skill. So let's talk about the students first. So you're going to need to choose 2 students. I do not care if you are in 639 or you are in 639. You're going to choose 2 students. The difference between 639 students is yours will be done in a school setting. Whereas if you are not in 639, you can get these children. They could be neighborhood children. They could be children from your church. They could be children in after school care. I just ask that they are not your own children or related to you. So you're going to be choosing 2 students, preferably below grade level readers. So I know some of you teach, you might have 9th graders or 11th graders, and they're reading at a 6th grade level. That's okay. We want to keep it between the reading levels of 3rd grade and 6th grade. Because that is really what the analytical reading inventory focuses on. So you don't want to choose a 9th grader with a 12th grade reading ability. You want to find someone who is struggling and is reading, I'd even take 1st grade reading level, but try keeping it between 3rd and 6th grade. So you're going to find 2 students. All right, you're going to assess each of those students using the ARI, the Analytical Reading Inventory. You're going to analyze the data. You're going to choose a particular reading skill based on that data. You're going to then give the student a pretest. Then you're going to tutor them with 6 lessons. And since there's 2 students and 6 lessons, you're going to be tutoring 12 lessons total, 6 for each student. And then you will give a post-test and then look at a final report. Now, once again, I said I'm going to lead you through this step by step. This is an overview. So 2 students is the main focus right now. Where can I get these 2 students? If you are in 639, let me come down here for a second. 639 has a 15-hour field component. I've broken that 15 hours down kind of so you can see where am I going to get these 15 hours in. And I tell you right here, 2 to 3 hours will be administering the ARI, so many hours for tutoring. You do not have to follow that. I'm just trying to give you a real good understanding of where your time will be. And then that time will be documented in live text. All right, let me talk about those of you who are in 639. This is a field placement not done by the School of Education. So you can do this field placement in any classroom. It can be done if you are a teacher already, or you're an assistant in a classroom. You can do it in that classroom. Now, you do need a CT, or a cooperating teacher, but let me tell you, the cooperating teacher does absolutely nothing. Nothing. All we need is a name and the email address of that CT. The CT does not need to, check off your log hours in live text. We are just using their name and email address to put them in your live text account, but they do absolutely nothing. We're using their name. I will be checking off all of your hours in live text because you all are honest people and you're going to put the correct amount of hours that you were in field, and I'm just going to check it off. So if you're in 639, what you can be thinking about right now is, where am I going to be doing this so-called placement? Please do not ask us for a placement. Do not contact Mrs. Kaysen in the School of Ed office. A lot of placements have been, through this school district, then we'll find you a CT and we'll give you to that CT. We don't have to do that. Now, you may need to go to the principal or whoever you ask for your CT may say, can I have some more information about all of this? I am more than happy to contact whomever. So if you can find a CT and they just say fine, and you tell them that they don't have to do anything, we just need that for getting a live text CT in there. I've only had one student whose CT said, you got to go through the district. So if you cannot find a person in your school or in a school that will say, yes, I'll be your CT, you sure I don't have to do anything? You don't have to do anything. That's all we need is a name and an email address. Now, that will be in a different module where you will give me their name and their email address. Right now, all you're doing is thinking about who could possibly be your CT. And then I want you to start thinking about who are the 2 students that I will be working with, because in a couple of modules, you're going to start working with them. So you want to make sure that you have it all ready so that in a few modules down the road here, you're all ready to start with those students. Now, if you are not in Education 639, as I said, you can find 2 students anywhere. They do not have to be the same age. That's also for people who are in 639. They don't have to be in the same classroom. They can be in the same classroom. But if you are not taking 639, all you have to do is find 2 students who are reading at that 3rd to 6th grade reading level, and just be prepared to start in the next few modules working with them. All right, so I think I've given you a pretty good overview. You may still have questions, very specific questions. Some of them will be answered probably in videos down the next couple of modules. But if you do have a question, I am more than happy to answer it, or I may just say, hang on, a video is coming. So where are you going to do your placement? Who is going to be the CT if you are in 639? And who are the 2 students that you're going to be working with? Those are the things you need to be thinking about over the course of the next week or so. Any questions? Just let me know.